Hello, my name is Peter, and today I'm going to be overwintering my Raja Puri banana plant. So this Raja Puri has been growing outdoors all summer. I linked to a video where I showed when I planted this in the ground. So I'm going to be removing this Raja Puri from the ground and overwintering it indoors. So as you can see, it's now started to discolour. All the leaves are starting to go a bit yellowy. The cold weather, even though we haven't had any frost yet, we're definitely getting some low single digits at night in the next few days when I'm recording this. So I decided to remove it from the ground and put it into a container so I can have it indoors. As you can also see, some of my other bananas are still looking very healthy for this time of year. It's the 20th of November when I'm filming this clip. So yeah, you can see there isn't any serious damage yet. Some of the leaves are starting to suffer from the cold temperatures, but there hasn't been any frost yet. So over here I have my dwarf Orinoco, my manzano and Musa Rajapuri plants. I'll be overwintering these other bananas in different ways, but the Raja Puri I'm going to dig up and bring it indoors in a container. So as you can see, I've cut around the root ball of the banana and dug it up. I've been trying to be careful not to damage too many of the roots. I want to try and keep as many as possible intact. Now the soil it's in is not ideal for growing inside. It's mostly native soil, but there's also obviously some rotted down compost and things like that which have turned into soil as well. So it's quite a clay based soil, which is not the best for growing indoors, but at least for the time being I don't have much option other than to just plant it in this container for now. So I'm going to remove some of the large lumps of clay from the roots before I pot it up. I just had a quick look around the pups that are growing on the Raja Puri. I just wanted to see if I could remove these a little bit earlier, but it doesn't look like they're large enough to remove yet, and I don't think they've developed any roots yet of their own. There may be, but I don't want to risk removing them at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to just leave them attached to the mother plant for the time being. Okay, so I've got the Raja Puri inside the kitchen now. Had to put it in really quickly because it started raining quite heavily, so I didn't film much of it. But yeah, I just put it in this 7.5 litre container for now. Not sure if I'm going to keep it in this or if I'm going to put it into a larger one. Maybe something like a 10 litre would be better. I don't think I've got any. I've definitely got, I think, 15 litre containers, but they're quite a lot larger than this, so yeah, I'm not sure if that'll be too big. So yeah, it's done quite well over the summer and autumn. In fact, it probably grew more in sort of late summer, early autumn than it grew during summer. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to basically just cover the roots up a little bit and keep it in this pot. I'll straighten it a little bit because I just put it in really quickly. It's a bit of an angle. Or whether I'm going to put it in a larger container and try and grow it under some grow lights. I do have some new grow lights which I'll likely feature in a different video. So I could do that and try and keep it growing over winter. Also, I'm not sure whether I should attempt to remove any of these pups yet, or whether I should leave them a bit longer. They definitely should be a bit bigger really if I was trying to remove them. But I just wanted to have a backup plant ideally, but it might be too early to remove these. So I'll probably just leave them attached over winter. Even if this main pseudostem dies over winter somehow, then hopefully one of these pups will take over and continue growing. For the meantime, I'm probably just going to leave it in the dining room next to the patio doors, where it'll get some sun in the afternoons. It's a mostly west facing window, southwest, so it does get some sun, but it's mostly in the afternoon. But yeah, I'll decide probably in a week or so whether I'm going to move it under the grow lights or leave it there. But yeah, it will definitely, if it's going to be continually growing, it'll definitely need to be in a larger container than this. But yeah, we'll see how it goes for the time being. My main goal really is just to keep it alive. Ideally with little to no dieback, and then it can just continue growing from its current height, which is probably about, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 foot. It's not too bad. I mean, that's probably with the leaves. It's probably only about 2 foot to the actual pseudostem itself. Maybe not quite that. But yeah, it's not done too bad outside this year. And it is cold hardy enough to potentially have left it outside with some protection in the ground, but with it being my only Raja Puri banana, I didn't want to take any chances with it. So that's why I decided to dig it out and overwinter it indoors. But yeah, with this one being super rare, I wanted to keep it indoors to try and give it the best chance of surviving. So it's the next day now, and I've just covered the roots up with a little bit of soil. I didn't completely repot it, I just added a bit more around here to cover up the exposed roots. As you can see, it's in a very, it's pretty small for the size of the plant. It's going to need more light to keep these leaves healthy. It'll start to drop them if it doesn't get enough light. So I'm going to probably just keep it in here for a few days, make sure there's no pests on it. I did notice a few spider mites on it, which weren't really an issue outside, but indoors could definitely become an issue, so I'm going to have to try and treat that. Then I might actually move this into the room where I have my some other banana plants growing under the grow light that I've got set up, and that might keep it actively growing. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick video on this Raja Puri banana for those that have been following along with the progress. I'll keep everyone updated how it's progressing over winter, and then hopefully if I can manage to keep the thing alive, I'll plant it out again next year, and hopefully it will get even bigger and potentially to a fruiting size in the next year or two. I think the Raja Puri shouldn't get more than about 5 to 6 foot tall before it flowers. So yeah, it's still got quite a way to go yet. But yeah, this will be probably one variety that I'm the most excited about. There's also the dwarf Orinoco's that I grow, which are also possible candidates for getting to flower eventually. I know there has been at least one person in the UK that I have seen on the bananas.org forum. They managed to get a dwarf Orinoco to fruit, but they did have it in a greenhouse some of the time. Sometimes it was outside, I think, as well. But yeah, so it is possible, but definitely going to be a long time until I manage to get one to flower successfully. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I release new videos. And I'll see you in the next one.